Okay. Okay, what we have in front of us is the QuickBooks application. In this particular project, or this particular chapter, chapter 13, you'll see a screen come up that says this is a QuickBooks file. It's a sample. And it's really just to let you know that the date that they're using is 2015, and it's a sample file really for the purpose of payroll processing. No big deals, no problem, but they're going to use this. It's going to be a sample file.
Invoice for services.
Now, this is our home. Don't worry about this. This is a sample file. It's going to use. I think you're going to see this again when you're doing your Horizon project. It's really to ensure that you have sample data that you can completely perform all the tasks that you are required to do for the project, and in this case for payroll. And this is mainly for payroll. Okay, so we're going to do payroll, and we want to go to the payroll center. So let's go in and click on Payroll Center. We're going to be using all of these options here for the most part. We did some setup yesterday, or day before yesterday, so you don't need to go through what they need, but we're going to go to the Payroll Center right now.
Progress bill or doing it in full, we're going to do it in full.
Okay.
And we are done.
In the Payroll Center, you'll see a whole lot of different information. So what we're going to do is going to select employees to pay.
This step is going to be creating an
and look at the three different screens here. One is the payroll, pay employees. One is the taxes, and then payroll process forms. We're going to click on pay employees.
Now we're going to create this estimate. At this time,
now you can see here that you have all these different little items, etc. You can terminate, add another payroll schedule, and all that kind of stuff. All we're going to do,
you can do that.
We start a schedule payroll. Looks like we have two people here, and we're going to pay them, but let's look at some details. We're going to click on
create it for everyone.
The employee called Katie Reynolds, and you'll get a preview of her check. We're going to do salary vacation. We're going to analyze her salary vacation. She took some time off. It's not in total, right? I'm now going to do a couple hours of his work. I'm going to put 3 hours as well.
All we're just doing is
it's not changing her pay, but it's really reallocating her part of her salary to vacation.
The estimate going, but this time we're going to create an invoice. And the invoice we're going to create is going to be for partial. It's going to be for the 25%.
And an hourly, and her hours here is 185.
1.25 So we've done three things all in one step. We created it in an estimate. We created a purchase order to bill back. We created an invoice, but it was a progress billing all in one step.
Looks like everything is verified.
Estimates is
very, very payroll. You just want to make sure you can follow the extra steps that everything's okay.
The preferences that
and it does. Looks like it's fine.
For estimates to ensure that not only you can estimate, you can create estimates.
We're going to click Save and Next.
Progress bill. So by entering yes here,
this is going to automatically give us the next employee on our list.
Estimate goes on over a period of time.
You're going to pay him. This is how we're going to pay him. We're going to pay him 24 hours, so we're going to allocate part of his salary to jobs.
So as you look at the chapter, it's pretty straightforward. The main point would be your staying right within this area here. And because of the flexibility and the integration of software, you can create estimates, purchase orders, and invoices all in the same process.
And another line, hourly regular. I'm taking my tab sheet. I'm clicking on this rate, 24. Here I'm going to change his hours from 80 to 10. And then here I'm going to change his hours. Getting the message I probably shouldn't have. Next is going to be 8 hours. We're going to charge it to no, we're not charging to anybody, so it's just going to be regular hours. Again, we're using regular hours here. Now, for reasons unknown to me, the jobs that are on here, within your book, are not located in this job listing. I can't explain that because I'm using the actual files from from QuickBooks, so I'm not really sure why that's the case. But for demonstration purposes, we're going to use the same company, and I think we have 18 hours here, so we're going to put it hourly. So we have a total of 80 hours, and we've allocated it to various different companies or different jobs. So we're going to make sure everything looks fine, everything checks out, paying him for 80 hours. Now we can save and close. Now, if you were distracted and something came up and you couldn't get this done on time, or you had something come up and you needed to hold up and then try again, you can always click on Finish Later, and it'll allow you to resume. But we're going to click Continue. Now we're ready to create paychecks. Now, in this screen, it just gives you the dates. The main thing about it is making certain the pay dates, the pay period, everything is absolutely on point in terms of what account you're going to pull the money out of, what the pay period is, and what the check date. If those numbers are put in correctly the first time, all you have to do is review and move forward. So now, I have a screen here that tells me to print paychecks, and you want to print both. By printing paychecks in QuickBooks, it assigns a check number. You really need to follow this step all the way through. Now, suppose you don't want to print them out, you can put them in a PDF. So watch what I do here. Let me see, it's giving me some strange number. I created print paychecks. I'm not sure why it's doing that. We don't have any checks to do. That's strange. But it should have given me the checks that need to be printed. No check selected. So let me print pay stubs. Now we're going to have these two individuals. We can print their pay stubs. Print again. You have to go through the process. Here I'm just going to preview what it looks like. And then we'll click close. But you can print to a PDF or print to a paper check. And I'm printing a paper check. But it just assigns the check number. So we print the checks and we're done. If a check is incorrect and we need to edit it, we have that option available to us. So we're going to go back to payroll related activities. We're going to go back to edit a check. The option gives you the option to edit or void. We're not going to void in this case. We're just going to edit. And at the bottom of the screen, you see edit, void, help, we're done. Who are we going to fix? We are going to fix Mike's paycheck. So I'm going to click onto Mike. And again, it's the process. Look at his check. We want to make sure that everything is right. If something is incorrect, we're going to fix it. The way we fix it is going to edit the paycheck. And you can look here. This is the paycheck. So now, what we want to do then is change the class. So I want to change the class and put it to San Jose because I didn't put the class on here before. And see what else we need to fix. So we are pretty much done. And then we can save and close. Yes, I want to record my sheet. What if the check needs to be voided? Again, I'm using my example. You do not have to do this, but I want you to see how it's done. I'm going to void Katie's. And it is officially voided. And then it's gone. Click on done. So we have officially avoided the check. In addition, go back to payroll activities, you can delete a check. And I'm going to, in this case, delete the check for now, once we're inside the check. Again, let me go back. You have to go inside the check. So now I want to delete it. Or you can void it. or you can edit it. I'm going to delete it. The check is officially gone. And then I'll go back to my employees, my employee center, and we can see these two employees, and we deleted a check. I want to go to the payroll center and look at where I stand with my process, and it tells you where you are at all times. Now we have bills to pay. These bills are due, so we're going to pay them just by selecting them. Again, drop-down box gives you options to make adjustments, refund any refund, or create custom payments. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to view pay button. So we're going to go highlight these two and view and pay. It gives you this option here, and you can go in, save and close. Now we want to pay these, so we got all the items. It looks okay, nothing really unusual. So we're going to click on Save and Next. I'm going to pay the next set of bills, and once we're done, we can say Save and Close. Now here just gives you an option to print checks and print summary. I'm going to print a summary just for your edification. And you can see here's the summary of what we just paid. And I'm closing that. And click on print, and it prints off on your printer. And we are done. So now that we paid our employees, we deleted our employees, we voided employees, we also paid the payroll checks. So that gives you the entire process. Now to see all the transactions that I've just created, we can go into the check register. And we can see the transactions that we created, even the voids that I created, as a matter of fact, deletion, the voids, the splits, etc. And this is just another check to make certain that everything that you've done, it has been recorded in your check register. And as you know, the biggest part about anything in QuickBooks is running these darn reports. So you can run payroll reports, and it's go into employees and payroll, and you can run the summary, detail, and the item review. Obviously, you want to make sure the range of the range is correct. And I'm just going to give you so you can see what we just completed. And here are the people we paid, and here is the employees and the total, and then all the detail of what we paid. And we can go back to home. Now, we want to have employees, and we want to pay them their commissions. We want to first find out what we need to pay them. So we're going to go to the reports menu and go to sales, and we're going to go to sales by representative, and we have only one sales representative, which is $2,717 from Mike. So he has to be paid. We have $1,000 here, but we don't care about that because there's no sales rep associated with that. So this will allow us to then determine if we need to pay him for any services or commissions. So if he makes sales of $2,700, he may be due additional monies related on those sales, and this will give you that option. For your employees who have commission, this report just gives you all the sales that they have been involved in for the period, and then you will go into payroll and pay them, I would say, a percentage of what that sales amount is. And this is just a report that you'll use as your supporting documentation. And we are done with payroll. Payroll is pretty straightforward. I think the biggest part about payroll is the setup, which we have already done. If you have any questions, you may certainly give me a call.